Doing what I like to do, the way I like to do it, makes me happy. To become a master at any skill, it takes the total effort of your heart, mind, and soul working together in tandem. The Buddha taught complete honesty, with the extra instruction that everything a person says should be truthful and helpful. If a man is to live, he must be all alive, body, soul, mind, heart, spirit. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Sometimes what seems like a destination is actually a bridge to a new chapter. You often feel tired, not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what sparks a light in you. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It is the life in your years. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for crisis. I have no idea of eternity, but I think kindness keeps the spirit young. I am thus asking you to be kind and feel it for yourself. Don't ever trust men with good intentions. They'll always disappoint you. Leo. Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. You think intelligence and grit can succeed by themselves, but I'm telling you that's a pretty illusion. People always say life is too short for regrets, but the truth is, it's too long. Dead people can be our heroes because they can't disappoint us later. They only improve over time, as we forget more and more about them. If you've got the truth, you can demonstrate it. Talking doesn't prove it. Life is not about perfection. It's about persistence. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can we control it, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. Illegal aliens have always been a problem in the United States. Ask any Indian. I was 40 years old when I stood up for myself for the first time. I should have stood up earlier. Life is to be lived, not controlled, and humanity is won by continuing to play in face of certain defeat. We do not have to be mental health professionals to identify the traits of the possible sociopaths among us. Do not fear the thorns in your path, for they draw only corrupt blood. Be you, do you, and don't change for nobody but you. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. Remake the world, a little at a time, each in your own corner of the world. Today, I bent the truth to be kind, and I have no regret, for I am far surer of what is kind than I am of what is true. An item is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. Truth only exists for those who cling to it, so Suke Eisen. Life might take you down different roads, but each of you gets to decide which one to take. Every man's life ends the same way. It is only the details of how he lived and how he died that distinguish one man from another. Focus your heart, mind, and soul on joy, and you'll find ultimate success and fulfillment. Because I don't live in either my past or my future. I'm interested only in the present. Somebody once said if it's something a single book can explain, it's not worth having explained. Common sense in an uncommon degree is what the world calls wisdom. See yourself as you really are, accept the good and the bad. Only then can you truly share yourself with another. Even if things don't unfold the way you expected, don't be disheartened or give up. One who continues to advance will win in the end. Life moves very fast. It rushes from heaven to hell in a matter of seconds. He had the look of one who had drunk the cup of life and found a dead beetle at the bottom. I wake up and grind like the whole world owes me money. I'm taking that money like I'm owed. Rejection should be a means of improvement and not a way to feel dejected. I said somebody should do something about that. Then I realized I am somebody. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. When life gives us challenges, there are opportunities to grow, just like storms feed the plants and give us rainbows. To assess the quality of thoughts of people, don't listen to their words, but watch their actions. There's no point in wishing. We can't change anything about the past. We can only remember. We can only move forward. Searching outside of you is samsara. Searching within you leads to nirvana. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Beliefs are choices. First you choose your beliefs, then your beliefs affect your choices. Argue for your limitations and, sure enough, they're yours. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. If time is precious, no book that will not improve by repeated readings deserves to be read at all. Be the leading light in your own life and break free from your socially constructed boxes to become better, bolder, and brighter. The greatest stories aren't always written. They're plucked from the everyday lives of ordinary people. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Love drips like honey from the hive, constant, sweet, precious, into your heart each and every moment if you let it. You will never be able to escape from your heart, so it's better to listen to what it has to say. A hero is just somebody who does the right thing when it would be far, far easier to do nothing. But to believe that getting stuff is the purpose and aim of life is madness. Haters keep on hating cause somebody's got to do it. We hold the future still timidly, but perceive it for the first time as a function of our own action. Beware of those who are bitter, for they will never allow you to enjoy your fruit. Each affects the other, and the other affects the next, and the world is full of stories, but the stories are all one. Your ultimate competition is you, and within, compete against yourself, and you will always win. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. You'd challenge me and lose. You know it, I know it, but you'd still do it. Sometimes your sense of honor confuses the hell out of me. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. There is nothing in this world so hard to get at as truth, and there is nothing in this world but truth that I care for. We feel that even if all possible scientific questions be answered, the problems of life have still not been touched at all. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. A flower does not use words to announce its arrival to the world. It just blooms. To me, all research is exploring the universe, understanding it deeper, one finding at a time. We live for our time, we do the deeds that change our world today. We are the people of the present, and now is what we say. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. I imagine that the intelligent people are the ones so intelligent that they don't even need or want to look intelligent anymore. If my answers frighten you, then you should cease asking scary questions. Owning land is like owning the ocean or the air. No one owns land. Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. You can be anything you want in the world, just don't become a prisoner of hatred. One thing I've learned in life is that the more quiet you are, the less attention you will get from invaluable people. Accidents don't happen to people who take accidents as a personal insult. Never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day. It was not the feeling of completeness I so needed, but the feeling of not being empty. Go after what you want in life. Don't just talk about it. Take a step. Run. It is rare for people to be asked the question which puts them squarely in front of themselves. Time deals gently only with those who take it gently. Hearts are breakable, Isabel said. And I think even when you heal, you're never what you were before. Go ahead and believe that no one shines brighter than you. Become amazing and be happy. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. Certain thoughts are prayers. There are moments when, whatever be the attitude of the body, the soul is on its knees. Genius is measured not by static volume, but by kinetic vision. I can be forced to live without happiness, but I will never consent to live without honor. We destroy in assumptions, but we do not build in possibilities.